My name is Josef Umathum. I am from the Umathum winery in Austria, in the Burgenland area, near the Hungarian border. The area is much influenced by the lake of Neusiedlersee, which is a very shallow lake, and I grow wines on both sides of the lake. So I have all the terroir around the lake, which is gravels on the east side, and there I grow the Austrian varieties, the red varieties, Zweigelt and Blaufränkisch. And on the other side, on the west shore of the lake, we find limestone and slates, and there I grow the aromatic white grapes like Sauvignon Blanc and Traminer. And on the other sides, the fruity varieties Blaufränkisch and Vino-lok.
Can you please tell us why you decided to have the biodynamic approach in your winery?
I'm in the winery since 1985, and since my father started to have green herbs between the wines, and I got influenced by these ideas. And during my volunteering time in Germany and in France, I was in contact with wine growers. They worked in a biological way. And then I read about Rudolf Steiner, which actually is an Austrian and grew up near my area. And so after reading these books and visiting some vintners in Alsace and Burgund, I decided to move over the farm in the biodynamic way. And it's really a big changing in your life. It's things, you can see things you have never seen before. For example, our usual way to see the nature is when we see a tree and the wind is blowing in the leaves of the tree, we see that the leaves are moving. But when you start to see the nature in a different way, you will see that the tree is very awoken and it moves its leaves that the wind can go through. So it's a big changing of the point of view, and that is very important to do it in the right way. For me, it's the new start of life, and like that, when we come to the end of a day, it's not the end of the life, it's the beginning of the next day. And biodynamic is that thing, the beginning of the next day, the beginning of life.
In your wines we see some not really usual closure, which is Vino-lok, which is really not something common on Polish market and for Polish consumer. Can you please tell us something more? What do you think about this kind of, why you decided to switch to Vino-lok, and also what is the influence for the aging, wine aging?
Okay. Vino-lok is a glass stopper which is very easily to open, and it's a very versatile closure. And this closure I use since almost 10 years, from the beginning when they started. And the wines, even without influence of air, they develop. We can see that. And this is a very important thing. But even the wines have no influence through the cork. They taste very clear. They taste like the farmer has bottled it in the bottle, and you have the pure wine fruit on the one side. On the other side, the wine ages a little bit slowlier as wine compared with cork closure, and so I also think it's a very nice thing for the consumers. They can keep the wine much longer as a normal wine. And probably the wine needs a little bit other handling in the cellar because of reduction, and so we give them more time to develop in the barrel before we bottle it.
Okay, and our last question is, what do you think, what is the biggest challenge for you as a winemaker from the Austria?
Okay, I think for me, I want to make Austrian wine. People can have special varieties, can have the special fruit with less alcohol. This is also a big advantage of Austrian wine. Austria is still a cool wine country, and so you find wines, they have about 12 or 13 alcohol, and they are easily to drink, and makes you're happy to drink another bottle.